Ahead of the Christmas holiday, Dodoma-based businessman Jimmy Muduvuri JM donated food to Danhiko Trust Danhiko, an organization for the disadvantaged and people living with disability, and invited First Lady Auxila Mnangagwa to take over the program that was once ran by her predecessor, Grace Mugabe, raising questions over his true motives. Then President Mugabe speaks to then Vice President Emerson Mnangagwa, while then Vice President Felekezela MP Hoko and Secretary for Commissariat Saviour Kasukuwere looks on at Women's League National Assembly meeting in Harare. Picture by Justin Mutendrawa. Chief Writer Fungi Kwaramba FK sat down with Muduvuri. Below are excerpts of the interview. Q. What motivated you to make the donation to Danhiko? Was it not a political gimmick? A. I am a disabled person and I was actually invited by the directors of Danhiko, who said to me that since the patron Grace Mugabe was gone, they felt alone and wanted someone to assist them, so I bought some foodstuffs and gave them. When I was there, they also said that they wanted the First Lady Auxila Mnangagwa to take over the program, and I did not see anything wrong with that. Q. But you were also a close ally of Grace, weren't you? As she was the First Lady, and in 2015 I invited her to my housing project in Dodoma. I also invited the then Vice Presidents Felekezela MP Hoko and Emerson Mnangagwa, who is my uncle, and they graced the occasion. I remember very well, back then she did not attack anyone, and during that event former ZANU-PF political commissar Saviour Kasukuwere was not there. I can say without any doubt that back then she had not been hijacked by the G40 cabal. Q. So why did she start attacking Mnangagwa? I'm not sure, but all I remember is that she started holding rallies where she was saying bad things about Mnangagwa, and I initially went to the rallies unaware that the people were already on a program to smear the name of my uncle. And when Hurungwe West MP Sarah Mahoka called the VP a duck, I called Politburo member Puparai Togaripi, and we went and met the VP and we asked whether he was leading the Team Lacoste faction. And he said he was a loyalist of President Robert Mugabe. He then assigned me to go around the country's provinces to look for the people who were calling him the leader. I told Kasukuwere and he said I was on a campaign trail for the VP and I had to abandon the mission, but I could not follow his orders since he was subordinate to the VP. I remember we attempted to go to Marandera and former Defense Minister Sidney Segarame said we were not welcome in the province. I then enlisted the help of war veterans, who told me that they were not campaigning for Mnangagwa, but were against what was happening in the party. After that, I compiled a report that I took to Mugabe and he also gave it to his deputies and wife. The report showed that Mnangagwa was not leading any faction, but the fights continued. During our mission, the now VP Kembo Mohadi, who was State Security Minister, called me to his office and asked what our mission was. I told him and he said go ahead. Q. And why were you on the forefront attacking Kasukuwere? You were at the center of the votes of no confidence against him. Other demonstrations against Kasukuwere were ignited by members of the ZANU-PF Women's League who were not happy with Mihoka, and so we started to move against her. Remember what she had said about the VP. Kasukuwere warned her to resign, and so the demonstrations exploded even in his province where I worked with MPs like Azimab Kasimab. There was no way for him to hide. He phoned and threatened me, but I was unfazed, and so the fights raged on. However, when we thought Tapid Zamanhu we had finished with him, Grace said he had no case to answer and we were left shocked. Q. Obviously he came for you when he regained his power. What did you do? He came to Mashonaland West Province and told people I had to go because I was a pawn of the VP, but before he moved for the kill, the whole game changed and he was on the receiving side. That is how I survived. Q. And on that so-called Super Sunday, why did you not join other churches? Isn't it that you lead one? I did not go because I had better things to do. Grace had attacked my uncle and it was better to visit him than be with them. Of course, that was the last straw and the guards turned against them. The whole G40 cabal was there, and they were baying for the VP's head. That Sunday I called him and he said he was quitting politics. I actually think he resigned before he was fired on the following Monday. Q. And lastly, who is muduvuri? A. I am a businessman and also a politician. I do not aspire for any position but to see the country moving in the right direction. Lately churches have approached me and I am their patron. My mission in the church is to get rid of corrupt elements and improve the welfare of members and the leaders.